feel the price. Girlfriend, you gotta get it right. You gotta want it with all your might.
Hiya peeps, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Karen Frost at Nail Decadence, and I've got another video for you guys which I hope you're going to enjoy. As you can see, I have already filed down my old set down to the clear layer. I've prepped and primed, and now I am using the clear to fill in some areas of the tip of the nail where I filed a bit too much, and to infill the back of the nail with my clear thin base again. I only need to add a small bit to around the cuticle area, and like I said, on the tips where I filed a bit too much. That's all I need, because obviously I'm just redoing my clear base, if you get what I mean. I haven't filed all of my acrylic off, just down to clear base. So you've got the new growth area which needs a clear basic back on it, and as you can see on this thumb, I filed a bit too much and had a little hole, so I'll just repair that with the clear. I'm going to be doing an ombre on this, so it's a French ombre with the faded pink over the white, which is really pretty. It's, you know, it's a classic set, but I had to add a twist to it because I don't do plain nails. Not very often anyway. I do like to add things. So I'm taking very small beads of the white, and I will fade that back with the first bead. I'll fade that back up towards the cuticle area so that it thins out, if you know what I mean. That way you don't have a harsh line when you add your pink over the top. And then I took another bead and added that to the tip area to make sure that was fully opaque, and I'll do the same on every nail. So first bead goes into the middle of the nail. First, after you've placed that bead, immediately fade it back towards the cuticle area so it's nice and thinned out, and you don't have a lip, as it were. And then the second bead of white I'll add to the closer to the tip, so that that is also opaque and white and bright. So I'll let you watch, because I'm just going to do the same thing on all of the nails for this part. Also remember, as I'm applying the white, I am applying it very, very thinly. It is just for colour, not for strength. We're going to need to cap these ombre so that we don't lose the ombre in filing. Anyway, I'm adding the cover pink now, and as you saw, I'll do the sort of first bead right over where the white ends, fade that into the white and then add another bead towards the cuticle area, and then I can focus on getting a neat cuticle area. I don't like to do it all in one go. It just works out better for me if I do it the way that I do it. It's just the way I do it. And then I will cap it in clear, which is what I'm doing now. So obviously when I'm capping, that's when I'm thinking about my strength and my structure of the nail, making sure it's well balanced, well structured, and it will be strong and won't break. So I'm going to carry on and do every nail with the old Ombre, and I will leave you to watch again. But before I let you watch, I just want to say, hope you're all doing well, bearing up. Times are hard. I know that I'm struggling, and my family are struggling, and I'm missing my mum terribly, and yeah, it's so hard. But you know, chin up people, chin up, stay positive. We will get through this, and we will come out the other side, and we will have stories to tell our grandchildren and great-grandchildren and cousins and nieces and nephews and what have yous and friends. You know, this is history in the making. Think of it that way. This is history in the making. This is something that people will be talking about for years and years and years to come, you know. So we are in history right now. It's not a world war or anything, but it is history in the making. So stay positive, chin up, and do the best you can and survive, okay? And if anyone has lost someone, I am so sorry. That thought kills me every time, and my heart breaks for people that are losing friends and family and loved ones. It's just heartbreaking, absolutely heartbreaking. My sister did actually get the virus. We were really fortunate. She pulled through. She was fine. You know, she's better now, thank God. But that was extremely scary, and I can only imagine what it must be like for people that have family in critical care and they can't visit. The heaviness I feel. Yeah, I'm welling up. I'm actually welling up. I'm so emotional. But that's part of the journey that we're going through right now. It's going to be an emotional time. Don't beat yourself up for the feelings you're having. Everyone's human. We all have feelings, and you can't be strong all of the time. Just get through as best you can, okay? So I'm just sending you all positive vibes and love, and praying that we all get through this as best we can. So lift each other up, be kind to each other, and just do what you can to get through this, okay? I'm gonna go and compose myself. I'll be back in a sec. Okay, I'm back. I've composed myself. I'm not modelling anymore. We'll get on with the video, shall we? On this nail, I am adding lots of glitter. I've got my iridescent glitter butterflies, making a little trail of those, and adding lots of different types of iridescent glitter pieces and mylar, just up one side of the nail, really. Trying to make it look cute, and I think it did. And then I will cap that with clear acrylic to protect it, obviously, from filing. Don't want to file all those pretties away. And again, add my structure and my strength where I need it. In this video, I'm actually using Ink London acrylics, which is something that I really wanted to try. I wanted to try another brand because I always use Neo for mostly everything, and I also have One Love, but I wanted to try a new system, and I spoke to my lovely friend Jess over at Beautiful Nails. She's a big she was a big, well, she still is a big Ink London fan before she started using the NTS, and I thought I'd give the Ink London brand a try. So I got hold of some and gave it a go, and I really like it. It applies really nicely. It's a bit different to get to the Neo. Yeah, it definitely applies differently to the Neo. Have to work slightly different with it, but I'm getting used to it. It's pretty cool. I just have to get through a couple of nails, and then I kind of get into a bit more of a groove with the product, because I switch in between the Ink London and the Neo at the moment. So yeah, trying to have to remember how each system works, because every acrylic system works differently. You have to remember that. So some are wetter, some are drier, some are faster setting. So yeah, I'm enjoying the Ink London. I will say the Ink London acrylic files like it's a gel product. It files so easily, much easier than the Neo acrylic, I will say that, definitely. I am enjoying it. Much easier to file, which is pretty cool. It's always a good thing. I'm just finishing the capping of that nail, which seems to be taking me forever. I don't know why, but anyway. Onto the middle finger now, and go in with that first small wet bead of the cover powder to get a nice blend going. Then I'll add another bead. That first bead was actually a bit too small, so I needed to add another one. Then I'll add another bead closer to the cuticle area. Tuck that in around the cuticle area, get that nice and flush, no lip, no step, you know. Blend that into the other beads. I wasn't happy with that cuticle area, so I added just a tiny bit more. And I'm adding just a tiny bit on the other side as well. I'm very fussy with my nails. If you've watched any of my other videos, you'll know that already. I am very fussy and pernickety. I never rush when I'm doing my nails. I just take my time. That's my sort of release, my happy place, if that makes sense. It's when I'm doing my nails. And now I am capping that nail with some clear acrylic, of course. It's all Ink London, the clear, the white, the cover pink, it's all Ink London. I can't for the life of me remember what colours they're called, so don't ask me because I don't know. I can't remember. Did these quite some time ago. So just making sure that nail is structured well. Trying not to lose the shape, but I am losing the shape a little bit here, but it's okay. I'll file it in. I'll let you watch the rest of the ombre application, and I will come back once that bit is finished.
I can change the past. Don't wanna complicate things. Maybe if I asked, was any of it real? Was it real? There's only one thing left to do. My heart is breaking on you, so I'll say goodbye. Let's put the sun back in the sky. Tired of crying, don't call me back, just
as I was brushing that clear down, I managed to get some monomer on my skin, so I'm just wiping that off immediately. I hate getting monomer on the skin. You've got to remember, these products are chemicals. They are not made for the skin, they are made for the nails. So any skin contact that you make, it's going to possibly and potentially cause an irritation, which can lead to contact dermatitis, and you can actually have an allergic reaction to the acrylic, and then you won't be able to do your nails anymore. So please, please, please do as much as you can not to touch the skin. Once I'm finished capping this set, I will go and wash my hands immediately. I cannot abide the monomer on my skin. It's just, no, it freaks me out. Like, gotta get it off as soon as possible. These are chemicals that are not made for skin. They are irritants. Please remember that, people. Do not go swiping your monomer filled brush all the way around your cuticles and then slavering all that skin in monomer. It is not cream, it's not oil, it's not made for skin. It's a chemical irritant. Bear that in mind, please. Oh, that's one of my pet peeves. You can probably hear it in my voice. It winds me up when I see people doing that. It's not made for skin, so it gets on my nerves. Anyway, I will stop ranting. Rant over. Said my piece.
Even gonna try if you don't wanna stay. So how's it gonna be? You got me on my knees. I don't need no roses.
I haven't left the filing in this video. I've got other videos with the filing in for you, so I chose not to include it in this video, just to make it a bit shorter. Otherwise it would have been very, very long. My videos are always long, but yeah, I enjoy watching long videos, and I always think, well, you can fast forward through the bits you don't want to watch. You can always skip and stuff, so yeah. Plus I haven't sped this video up as much as I have done on previous ones, so yeah, it's a bit long. Would have been too long to leave the filing in. I would have had to speed this up a bit more. I'm just giving the nails a quick look and a once over, and I noticed some of them were a little bit thin, so I will just add a little bit more acrylic to make them strong and lasting, of course. So yeah, I'll always give them a quick once over and check them and compare them to my other hand and make sure everything's, you know, similar and even. As you can see, I have finished filing the nails, and now it's time for top coat. Yes! So I'm using the tempering top coat from SPD London, and it's a lovely top coat. And oh, look at those glitter pieces. Look how pretty. That is so lovely, iridescent. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Sorry, it's a bit out of focus. So I'm capping that free edge, and on this finger I'm going to be using some foil, so I'm using the SPD London foil gel, and it's good stuff. If you need a good foil gel, SPD London, it does the job. I get a full nail of foils with this stuff. It's brilliant. All you got to remember is just as soon as the finger comes out of the lamp, whilst it's still warm, the nail, apply the foil straight away. As long as you do that, you'll get a good full nail foil, not a problem. So I've cured that, and now I'm using my foil and applying that. So I push it on with my finger and then I use a little wipe. You can use a silicone tool as well and give it a rub and get the image to stick onto that foil gel. So I'm going around all of the corners, trying to smooth out the creases as best I can, because obviously nails are not flat, they're rounded, so it's a bit hard to not get creases. Just do it as best you can, give a good rub, peel it off, image is on. I just wanted to add a little bit more to the free edge. So just picking out a bit to use for the free edge. Very choosy. Found a bit of light and I will rub that on. Give it a good rub. Peel it off. Pop your uncle. Sorted. And now I'm going to top coat the other nails because I'm doing something else on those too. We're not finished yet. Don't go anywhere. We're not finished yet. They're not staying that way. I'm also going to top coat my foils. Beautiful flowers. They're just foils from eBay, I think I got those ones from, or AliExpress. Oh, who knows? I never remember anything. I don't know why I bother saying, because I never remember anyway. One of the two. Dirt cheap, but they're fabulous. So I have cured that top coat, and now I'm rubbing some holographic powder into the top coat and sort of onto the white part of the ombre, and then sort of fading it up towards the cuticle area. So I'm not covering the entire nail with the holographic powder. So I'll put that on, and then I'll use a clean side of that little sponge tool, and well, it's actually an eyeshadow applicator, but we'll call it a sponge tool. I'll add the powder and then I'll use the clean part to sort of burnish it in a little bit more, and then give it a little wipe with a lint-free wipe which is dry, and sort of remove any excess. So I'm doing them one by one because I like to apply it quite quickly out of the lamp. I find it rubs in, it burnishes in better that way when it's still warm. So that's why I'm doing just one or two nails at a time. It's such a cool effect. And these nails aren't overly complicated, but I think they give that kind of wow factor with those little additions that I put. I mean, a straight up ombre is beautiful, don't get me wrong. It's classic, it's stunning as it is, but I wanted to zhuzh it up a little bit with the holo, the butterflies, the flowers, you know. So I did. And this was the result. As you can see, burnishing that holographic powder in as best I can. You only need a tiny amount as well. This powder goes a long way. Excuse my head. Once I've finished burnishing that in, I will dust them off to try and remove any excess powder. See, I'm really rubbing them because I want it to be, I want the particles to lay as flat as possible, because the flatter the particles lay, the better the rainbow effect you get. Love Holo. I'm just using a very soft brush and brushing off the particles of holographic powder, and now I will top coat. I do double top coat these kind of things, so when I apply the top coat I will only part cure the top coat, so 10 to 15 seconds max, because I want the next layer of top coat to adhere properly to this layer of top coat. When you top coat over a tack-free top coat, sometimes it can peel, the second layer can peel off because it's not, you know, it's got nothing to grip to, because your first layer of top coat is so shiny it can just peel off. So that's why I only part cure it. gives it a better chance of adhering the layers. Hope that makes sense. And I do that regardless of what brand I'm using. I'll also wipe the brush off and get any, which also helps get any particles that are on the brush, so I don't put them back into the bottle of polish, gel polish, top coat. We don't want to put the glitter particles in there, so yeah, it's always a good idea to wipe the brush off before you put it back in the bottle. And so that has been part cured, and now I will top coat them a second time. Yeah, I suppose effectively it's a third time. Lots of top coat going on, but they held up really well. So it was worth top coating this many layers, because yeah, I didn't lose any of the holo powder, I didn't lose any of the foils. It was all perfect 2 to 3 weeks later when I was going to do another set. Yeah, it was all intact and perfect, none of it had peeled off, hadn't lost any of it. It was good. So definitely worth all the layers of top coat for sure.
I tried so hard to let go, writing poetry and rhymes just to get you off my mind. It's either yes or
I'm nearly finished with this set now, so I shall let you go and finish watching the rest of it in peace. I've left a video and some photos of the finished nails at the end of the video, so please stay tuned. But that's all I've got for this time, peeps. Please don't forget to subscribe, and if you wouldn't mind liking the video, you know, click that thumb if you've enjoyed watching, and if you feel like it, you can leave me a comment. It's always nice to get comments, you know. Be kind though, please. You know, no need to be mean. But yeah, if you fancy leaving me a comment, leave me a comment. I'll reply to you. So stay safe, be kind to each other, and chin up. Yeah, chin up. So that's all I've got for now, peeps. Take care, and I will speak to you again soon. Bye for now.